Hey guys, Dr. Jeff Finley here.
And Dr. Jessica Finley.
Now, when a mom is told that her baby is going to be breeched, meaning it's flipped over in the improper position, it can be quite scary. Of course, you want what's best for the child. You want the perfect birth. But when a baby is in the improper position, it can lead to procedures that were not part of the original plan. So this week, we want to introduce to you a very specific technique that's used with pregnant women that has been shown to help with this very issue.
So this technique is called the Webster's technique. What is it? This technique looks at the imbalances in the pelvis and the sacrum, or what people commonly refer to as the tailbone. When there's a misalignment or restriction in this area, it doesn't allow the baby to move freely within the womb. So step one is to always correct the restriction in the pelvis and the sacrum. Step two is looking at the round ligament. This ligament attaches to the uterus where the baby is being held. So many times when there's trigger points or knots or in the fibers of the ligament, we find them. And this can also lead to restricted movement and also constricting the environment for the baby. By fixing the misalignment and the trigger points, this will allow the baby to move more freely into proper position.
Now, some of you are starting to learn about me. If there isn't research about something, I think it's just unproven speculation. And unfortunately, this is very common throughout most of medical procedures. Chiropractic is no different. So when we have peer-reviewed, published research on a topic, it'll pique my interest. So let's look at what some of the research has to say about this technique. Now, there have been numerous case series studies done. Now, what that means is they looked at a whole bunch of different case studies and then put them together into one. What the case studies looked at are basically women who presented with a breech presentation. The baby was in the improper position for birth. And then were they able to correct it, or did it resolve during the time that they were being treated? Well, this article that we're going to reference in the comments below looked at over 112 cases. And essentially what they found is that 92% of these cases of the breech presentation was resolved, meaning that the baby was head down and in the proper delivery position.
Now, it's also important to note, and I quote directly from the paper, at no time does the chiropractor attempt to change the position of the fetus, as is done with external cephalic version, or what we call ECV. And during ECV, there's a pressure applied to the mother's abdomen in an attempt to turn the fetus either forward or backward in a somersault to achieve a more vertex position. What the chiropractor does, we only attempt to correct potential cause of interuterine constraint. Untrained individuals should not attempt Webster's technique. It's very important to see someone who is certified, or a chiropractor who is certified and has the proper training to utilize the Webster's technique. To quote another piece of research is, when successful, the Webster's technique avoids the costs and or risks of external cephalic version, cesarean section, or vaginal trough of breech.
Now, Dr. Jessica would never brag on herself, but that's what I'm here to do. She has seen many, many pregnant women who were scared and didn't know what to do because their baby was breeched. She's seen it because the baby was delayed in its delivery. She's also seen women from the start of their pregnancy all the way to the birth of their precious child. Now, there's something to be said about someone who can comfort you and alleviate any fears that you have because of their experience and their knowledge. Now, Dr. Jessica and I both have personally seen moms report from their midwife that the baby was in the proper position and they went on to have a happy, healthy pregnancy. And they credit that in part to what we had to offer for them.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave some comments for us, or feel free to reach out with us or give us a call. Thanks.